Um, Hi everybody, my name is Ajit and I'm a PhD student. So this is part of my PhD work and it sort of turned out to be a really good one. And my friend and who supported me for some time, Ashwin Manjunatha, is here, and my mentor from IBM, Max, is here. So this is a group product, but group project, but for the last few months, I'm the one who's sort of the one-man army doing most of the things. So what I'm going to talk about is a project called MobiCloud. What is MobiCloud? MobiCloud is what we call a cloud mobile hybrid application generator. What is a cloud mobile hybrid? A application that has a front end that runs on a mobile device and a back end on a cloud. And why we call these two an application? Because for the full experience, you need both the pieces. You need the front end, the mobile front end, and the cloud back end as well. So again, why MobiCloud? Because building these cloud mobile hybrid applications are extremely difficult. So you need the way that people address this problem is to treat them as different projects. So you need the mobile part, or get a new team, a separate team that builds it. Get a cloud team that knows it and define interfaces, and it becomes a mess really, really quickly. And of course, this definitely drives up the costs. This doubles the effort, and so on. The other more important question is, when you have new platforms, how do you address them? Do you build from scratch? How do you cater for this ever-increasing number of new clouds and new platforms and all these new mobile devices that are coming up and any new version of Android or iPhone or whatever? So our solution is basically to introduce a new way of building this, and it is based on what we call the MVC design pattern. Of course, it's a very well-known design pattern, and what we've noticed is that this MVC design, you can really nicely decompose all these cloud mobile hybrids into the MVC design. What is MVC, or model view controller? If you programmed, you will probably know. If you've not, in one sentence, what it means is a nice way of decomposing your application's code, organizing your application, so that things that are of separate concerns are separated. Now, when you build a visual application, MVC is the way to go. What we have is a really simple domain-specific language, or a DSL, that is based on MVC. So of course you can see, if you programmed in Ruby, you see that this is actually a Ruby-based DSL, and you have pieces that say what's the model, what's the view, what's the controller, and a little piece of metadata. Now, this one is not very fun to write. Of course, you will have to learn it. But the point that we're trying to make is that you'll graphically compose it. This is a snapshot from a web-based graphical composer of the same program. And once you are done, the framework we have will generate a mobile UI plus a little service client. And on the other end, it will also generate a cloud app with the, whatever the data store. If it's Google App Engine, it will generate the big table code. If it's Amazon EC2, it will generate a MySQL code. So it will generate the right code, the service interface, and on the client side, it will generate the service client and the UI and all the necessary data structures. The tools we have a really nice graphical composer. You can drag and drop things, and of course you can import code, what's been done there, and you can just import them and run it. And the Ruby connection we have is everything that we did. The DSL, the parsers, the generators, the mobile, the web applications, the catalog, everything is done on Ruby on Rails. And the only exception to the game is jQuery, which is basically the JavaScript frontend. But Ruby on Rails and Ruby is key in our whole development. And really, I can't think of doing it in any other way in this small time frame, if not for Ruby. So here's our website, mobicloud.kno.sis-2011. Go ahead and have a look, and there's plenty of documentation, videos, and so on. And you don't have to have any development kit installed or anything. You just click a button and it will send an app for your Android phone and send another app to the Google App Engine account that will specify it's deployed. Yep, and that's it.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Ajit about MobiCloud?
Yeah. Is the service available now?
Yeah, it's online and yeah.
So is this really a company or
so we are a university. So what we are planning to do is to open source this project. Okay. But in terms of monetizing this, and we've had several discussions of if somebody wants to monetize, how would they do it? One is that we are planning to open source the code. So the code will be out there. But we have a really clearly defined extension mechanism. So if, say, someone like Google wants to add their map extension, they can do that in a really nice way, and they can actually ask people money for it. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, when there are platforms like, say, iPhone, which is the sort of the elephant in the room that I didn't talk about, you have to pay for the development. Yeah. So here, a third party can come in and have a paid compilation model. So for the free version, you get Android, BlackBerry, Google App Engine, and EC2. That's what we have right now. So if you're willing to pay, you get the iPhone capability as well, which is another way of making money.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Let's give him another hand.